we give to God. So we're supposed to be sanctuaries, both for individuals and who knows, God may go us to the capacity where other churches come to our community for shelter and to learn and to be built up in their faith and to be built up in the things of God. All right? This is our kingdom communities. It must be, he mentioned something, it must be a sanctuary as we prepare for ingathering. When they use the word ingathering, they mean that the end time is coming, the gathering of the saints. So when they use the term in gathering, they're saying that the end time of the saints is coming. And we have to make sure that we are a church. We are a church that is ready to embrace the ingathering or the gathering of the saints together. You talk about stuff like community being a pillar of strength, for each other. Our churches must be positioned for significant intake. And I just mentioned that and in gathering. And he also mentioned that structure and culture must be seen. Our structure, which is the word of God, and our culture, which is based on the word of God, it must be pristine, sorry. It must be clear. It must be the standard of what of how and what we should walk in. It shouldn't be some sideway message. And like today people are preaching this tolerant Jesus, applicable Jesus, a Jesus who don't judge, a Jesus who is okay with sin. Yeah, I'm hearing them on the internet now that Jesus is not interested, God is not interested in your sin. Then why did he die? Why did he die? And so we have to be careful that making sure that our structure, which is our foundation of the word of God, is pristine, very pristine and clear, and having an understanding of what God wants us to do. He said we cannot and will not invest in ignorance. I like when he said that part. You cannot invest in ignorance. And then he went back over all the imperatives of what a KCS, a kingdom community, should be. A kingdom community must be a sanctuary. It must be filled with light. It must be pillars of strength. It must be positioned for ingathering. And saints must be partners and be empowered. Right? So we're just going over some of the things that he said. They started looking at the fundamentals of the kingdom community maturity, the fundamentals of the kingdom community maturity. What makes a community or what makes our community mature? So that's the question right here at Call Out Mission Ministries. If I can get a little bit of feedback, what makes our community a mature community? What makes our community a mature community? Any feedback? Everybody tired? The video wear you out?
When we are able to receive warning from God and we can share it with each other. I believe a watchman could be like the pastor, the shepherd, of course, but
Mhm.
also the members who may have gifts like gifts of interpretation or dreaming or vision, and then they may receive a word from God. And instead of ignoring it and not being sensitive to the spirit, to say, okay, let me share this with my members. They're well, not sure as a body,
Mhm.
like I won't feel like I can't come and share it with my members because somebody might watch me from.
Mhm.
Because that's not maturity as a body. So maybe you have a vision and you're able to share it, a vision that pertains to the body, to the community, and you're able to share it. Okay.
Anybody else? What makes our community or what makes a church community a mature community? Wanna use the next mic if person want to talk? Yeah. What makes a community a mature community? Anybody else? As Lisa was saying, it's in a nutshell, it's our response to the warning of God, our response to the word of God, our response to the instructions of God. Because we can't the truth is we can't mature on tongues.
Right.
And that's a conversation I had last night with the person. We can't mature on speaking in tongues only. We can't mature on prophecy only. We can't mature just on the gift. Because a church can be filled with gift and no fruit.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening with the Corinthian church. The Corinthian church had gifts. If you read Corinthians, it's Corinthians 12, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Corinthians chapter 11 or 12, it says